and it's time to get some hype on. So there's John
Hey,
sitting over the background. Kaz breathing through her oxygen machine.
That's too close to the truth.
It was just some scraping noise. So, hey everybody, it's time to get hyped for Dragon Con. Um, yeah. So Joe, you guys, what you hyping about? What I know, Tyra started talking about like, hey, we could talk about schedule. We can get people hyped, and then Tyra goes and makes plans and has a life, and expects us nerds that don't have lives to show up. So we do.
how dare her?
How dare
I mean,
she have
it's
a
just
life?
the in-laws. Why can't? It's only the in-laws. You don't have to follow promise things to them.
Yeah, she's still in her first marriage. She'll learn. It's fine.
You're
uh,
on your first marriage, aren't you?
yeah, but I came into it going, yeah, I don't care. I live my life,
You're like, I'm
man.
only doing this once.
Yeah.
Joe's on his first marriage. We're on our first marriage. I mean, we're batting 1,000 here.
So far, so good.
Yep.
So, Kaz, what are you the most excited about for the Con of the Dragons?
Um, actually, I was going through the app today and like actually finding things I want to go to, whereas usually I have it, because I'm scheduled downstairs. So I'm like, oh, I'm not scheduled, so let me
Yeah,
go see Bones, the Bones cast kind of thing.
nice.
But
Yeah.
of course, I'll be down in the basement most of the time.
Down in a hole.
the,
Hey, Earth
with the
Station
basement
Boo.
dwellers.
So, say Valencia shows. So Valencia's going to be there this week. Hello. And Earth Station Boo is going to swing by this week. And I'm excited. New daddy, super unprofessional guy, went and had a baby and a family instead of being dedicated to his craft. I mean, come on. But Steve is going to make it back, and they're going to do some. That little crew, man, they got a pretty big number to top this year, right, Joe?
Yeah, I can't. They pulled a lot of money in for the charity last year. I don't remember the amount, but it was wasn't it like $2,000 or $3,000?
I don't. I'm remembering like I'm sure Steve actually can tell us. I'd have to go look back at the posts. 1,300. Yeah, I was
1,300.
thinking
Okay.
it's around 12 or 1,600 somewhere in there, which is still a lot for an unplanned. I mean the panel was planned, right? They're going to come and
Yeah.
and draw and do fun things, but all of a sudden they're like, hey, let's all of a sudden do these auctions for charity, and then yeah, man, that's solid. That's solid. Like, I got to talk to. It's probably too late to talk to her. But I need to email Jody anyway, get some QR codes for the charity to have for the rooms and everything. But I'm wondering if there's a way to track, like if we could do a hashtag digital media or something, so they know where some of this is coming from. Just be fun. It'd be
Oh
fun.
yeah. That would be
And
very
I
good to know.
particularly love the charity myself that they picked. NAMI, Georgia.
And
It's close.
that's connecting all nannies throughout Georgia, right?
NAMI. NAMI. NAMI.
What does it
Stands for
stand for?
National Alliance on Mental Illness, right?
Yes. Alliance or association. I
It's
always
it's also a character from One Piece, right? Yeah, something like that.
They're all characters in One Piece.
Yeah. I was like, let's unify the mentally ill. That's just called the army.
yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, this geek girl.
I thought it
Everybody,
was the
so
Marines.
what is that, John?
I thought that was
Yeah.
the Marines.
It is whichever branch you're not in. That's how it works. It seems like. So I want everybody to start posting in what they're getting excited about. I can go look at the schedule and see. Of course, we've got the kickoff Thursday night at 5 p.m. and it is the digital convergence, right? Does anybody want to pick at that anymore? Anybody want to act
The
up?
confluence.
What is it word? What does it mean? Yeah, the confluence.
It's a real word, according to Charles. You got to believe Charles, right?
Or you could just use this little thing called Google and look it up and see the Webster's Dictionary definition.
Michael
Of it,
Google.
Michael,
I think he wrote
Yeah.
a single about Confluence.
Hey, you just go ask him a question, he sings you the answer. That's actually pretty fun. I don't want email. I want to log into the database. So
Yeah.
and get some final numbers.
What
here.
what I've been hyping about is what I showed you right before we started, but that's not going to take effect until next year. But for
Joe-
the con
Joe-
itself,
Look, if you ever had any doubt, like Joe put on a character for Wise and Nerdy, he does not. Actually, kind of does. He downplays the nerdy part and really leans into the wise part because he gets his fingers going like this, and he's like, "Oh, I could code this and this and this and this," and then 2,000 hours later, you have something really cool.
it's true. It's true. I was demoing the work in progress, but yeah, I'm working on a bot for the Digital Media Track Discord that's gonna do a lot of the legwork for us on the setups for every year. Because for those who aren't in our Discord, which you should get in there if you're not, we have rooms in our Discord for every single panel so that people can collaborate ahead of time so that we can put on the best show possible. So we've been told so many times by people who have experience with other tracks just how much better organized we are, and a lot of that is because of the Discord, because we have year-long communication of ideas.
That's due to you, Joe. I know. You got Charles on the bandwagon.
As much as he begrudges Discord, he actually really likes it as a resource.
Okay, I need you to cite your sources, sir. Where is this begrudgery that you say
Okay,
happens?
fine. As much as you ignore the Discord, you actually really
I am-
like it.
I am busy. It is so. It's like other social media. It's a tool, and that's what it should be. Now, if you want to make it a home, a cardboard box can be a home if you really want it to be. Okay, but it is a tool. It is a place to connect when I need to connect and answer questions and be human for a minute. But
You
I
just
only
treat
have
it
a
like you
minute to
treat your
give.
children.
I give them a
Yeah.
little bit more time than I give Discord.
You just ignore them when they're being annoying.
Are we not adults? Can we not figure out how to use the tools and not just be tools, Joe?
Well,
So
that's why I'm working on our toolbox. We need more tools.
I think one day I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "I'm the toolbox." And, yeah,
I
all
am
right.
the toolbox.
Let's see. We've got some hype going on right now. Earth Station Boo says the Buffy Horror Show on Sunday evening. So that's very cool. I'd like to know a little bit more about that. And the Ski Girl's going to get some popcorn. All right. So this includes some of the double panels. Now, Joe, you might have a better number that will eliminate the doubles. And doubles are when we go in and we make a panel that's going to be streamed. I also have to make a second panel entry in the database that says it's streaming. So it's the exact same title. So you'll see like Let's Talk Animorphs Media with Animorphs Anonymous, which is a very interesting title there. And you'll see a second time. One is in Galleria 6 or 7. The other one would be in Twitch. It'll say streaming instead of Hilton, and then it'll say the actual channel that it's on.
So you were wanting numbers, like the number of panels that we have?
Without
Not-
the duplicates.
So we have 76 panels this year.
Gotcha. That's what, about 86 hours ish? 84?
Something like that. Yeah, because we've only got a few panels that are 2.5 hour panels.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So according to the database, I haven't looked on the app, but I got to imagine the app is identical to the database because that's where it gets its data from, hence the name.
Yeah,
But-
I was just looking at that. Let me.
It says on the database 129 panels for 136 and a half hours.
Yeah, because all of the ones that we're streaming have a second entry, and those are counted in that total.
Yep. I believe.
Yeah. And if you look, most tracks have 30 something, 40.
That's- yeah, that's the
Yeah,
minimum. How
yeah.
do
The
we find
minimum
on
the minimum is
app?
what, 26, 27?
No, it's
Okay,
like
so go to in the
36.
app. You go to events.
Okay, so good. I'm glad I'm asking this because sometimes it's kind of obvious where you go to find the track, but okay, you hit. So I guess this year's theme is horror because everything is horror themed because there's candelabras for events, skulls for speakers, a book with a key on it for show documents. So poison for exhibitors. I don't know about that one. Okay, so I'm in events.
So you go into events. Down at the bottom, it says tap to filter events.
All right, and then there we go.
And then you click on the digital media track and hit apply.
And it says 127 events. Oh, that's
yes, because
some
there's
of
a
it's
couple
not
that aren't
listed.
listed, like the setup one and the very exclusive party.
Yes, it is an invite. It's not something I run. It's something I facilitate, but it is an invite to only kind of thing. Okay, so Earth Station Boo obliges. Here's some more about the horror show. Buffy Horror is a show much like Rocky Horror, where you watch the film while a cast acts it out in a funny manner. It is the musical episode from season 6 called Once More with a Feeling, which wasn't that one of the most panned episodes. Tyra says 75, but I did add a last minute one that's not really a panel or anything. If you are a fan of the Jonathan Colton cruises, the Joko cruise, there is now going to be a meetup on Friday, I believe it is.
Yeah, so this happens every year where we end up getting a couple of extra panels shoved onto our track because they're like, oh, here, take it. And yeah, we often don't participate much in it. Like, I don't even think we're sending a volunteer to help with that one, but it's just a meet and greet, so there's not really a need for a volunteer.
People who've been on the cruise or maybe are interested in it, I guess, could go and be there. Some alumni are going to be there, whatever that means. I don't know if that's performers or if that's people who've just been on the cruise. I don't know, but that is going to be there. So let's start with Thursday. I want to say the one that I'm looking forward to the most on Thursday is
Monster Romance. I knew it.
You know, that's never going to be the thing. I might even sit my head in that one. I just got to stay away. The salt keeps me out. But I think it's going to be the Digital Confluence. I love how that panel takes a life of its own every year and really ultimately sets the pace and the tone for the entire conference for a digital media track. It's pretty awesome.
And some of the McElroys are going to be there.
The Four Boys.
They've
you mean
they've been
on the panel
invited,
itself.
I think.
Invited.
Right?
No.
It says it in the app.
Words mean things. You got to be clear. Like, are they going to be on the panel? So yes, I have Clint and Justin are supposed to be on there. It'll be me, Clint McElroy, Justin McElroy, a swan named Emily, Scott Sigler, and Alex P. So that's gonna be the kickoff. Oh man, Scott Sigler with Clint McElroy is gonna be very interesting. Scott tries very hard, but he uses a lot of F-bombs, and Clint just has that dad energy that everybody needs. So Tyra's panel that she's looking forward to is her panel, of course, which would be When Is It Good Enough? Don't Let Perfection Stop You From Creating, with Tyra Burton, chanting Scott Sherman, Anthony Williams, Clint McElroy, and Wade Acuff.
All right.
What about you, Joe?
Starring it right now, putting it on my calendar. That's one thing. If you are a DragonCon veteran and don't use the calendar, what are you doing with your life?
I don't even tap the app when I'm there. It is either I'm dealing with stuff on the track or I'm sitting in quiet solitude. Those are the two choices. I don't go see anything else.
What's nice is once you go through and you star different things in the app, you can then filter by just the things that you have starred. So, like your good friend Wish Howie Mandel, he goes through and he stars a ton of stuff, and then he decides what he actually wants to do the day before or the day of. But yeah, there's always a ton to do. And especially at the digital media track, where we go above and beyond. We do more than anybody else, any individual track except main programming.
I didn't realize this turned into a MAGA rally. I'm gonna need you to tone it down a touch, okay? we do good work, and everybody's already sold. So, Joe, what is it you're looking forward to the most on Thursday?
Oh man, just seeing everybody. To be honest, that's always the best part. When we talk to them in the Discord throughout the year and whatnot, and we see a couple of them sporadically at various cons. But yeah, just getting to see everybody when they come. So at the digital confluence, it's going to be great.
What? Who invited Scott? He's not a volunteer.
It's an open invitation,
and
Kaz.
he's signed up to volunteer on 2 panels.
Somebody had to say it.
You left the door open.
Somebody
You left the door open. You made a mistake.
Yeah, Kaz
You
left
could
the
let
door
in a
open.
kid.
Kaz left the door open, and Scott ran out, and we never could get him back. He was gone. Dobby is free. I've got a mic cable free. So, Scott, what are you looking forward to on Thursday? We're just gonna break it down by day and have fun with it.
I'm looking forward to having the actual Dragon Con experience from just a viewer standpoint rather than a volunteer.
I hear that, man. Because so here's what people need to understand about the digital media track. We attract the type of personality that is not what I would consider as a standard volunteer. A standard volunteer would be like my daughter. You go for the hours you're scheduled to that track, cool, and then you're off doing whatever else it is. You do 4 hours a day or whatever.
Yeah.
Scott, Joe, and myself, and
What?
Tyra, not volunteer Tyra,
You want to move that stuff? You can sit.
just magnetized. Like we're volunteer. We're always there. We never let go. It's because we want to make the show better. And so
Hey,
I get
Cobra
that,
wants
Scott.
to join.
I just feel like being annoying. Hello.
Who's
Be
that?
annoying.
Another family member is joining.
Hello. I'm in board games this year, but maybe I'll be in digital media one day and we'll have an O'Connell hierarchy.
Ooh, we already have too many. I don't know about that. But yeah, so
Not my barrel, not my monkeys.
and even then,
Anymore.
Scott, you're definitely still working on some panels to not just do panels, but to be in the room volunteering. Like Botched, they get you to
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
stuff every year. And
Well, I told and because Botch they were good to me from day one, and I've done their panels pretty much since I've became a volunteer. So even like Phil reached out to me, about I think it was last week and was like, you don't
that sounds
have
about
to.
right.
He was like, you don't have to, but and I'm like, dude, I told you last year I've got you if you want me to be there. So.
Honestly, because I know you'd be at that panel anyway to enjoy it. I can't see you happy sitting in the audience trying to watch Botch.
Oh no, I'd be judgmental as hell.
Yeah, your head be over at that sound booth. Every 5 minutes. Going,
I'd be staring down whoever the tech was.
Exactly. So, all right, O'Connell hierarchy. What are you guys looking forward to on Thursday?
It all starting. It's everybody's fresh and everybody's,
So
so
away.
happy to be there and
Not as smelly.
not as smelly.
Everybody,
Yeah, everybody showered and has deodorant on.
Yeah, or unless they've been traveling on Southwest or something too long, then that's their own problem.
I mean, listen, baby wipes. It's a great secret.
I heard this. I was on a Mana Nui the other day, and they volunteer with different cons. They go to different cons, and a lot of other cons teach this. I think it'd be a great thing to start teaching. Is the 1-3-5 method?
You sit
1
there.
shower a day, 3 meals, and at least 5 straight hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Which really should be 7, but
And those are all the minimums.
Yeah, those are bare minimums.
yeah. Yeah, our station says all the hugs from the bestest people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was definitely the early years. There was definitely times where I did not get Joe and I and Charles did not get 3 meals. We got like
Or
whatever
shower,
snacks we could
yeah.
find.
Man,
Foraging for free food is still a pursuit of mine.
No, it wasn't even so much foraging for free food. It was just we couldn't get away from the
Yeah,
AV tables.
Having time to go get anything.
We didn't have all the wonderful volunteers that we have now.
we had
And-
standard
and-
volunteers, and they would disappear after their shift, and not ask, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I do remember specific 2 different times. One was Scott, one was Joe, of just constantly being in the room. And one was like, "Look, I'm going to break away. I'm going to run over to the volunteer village. Do you want anything?" And they come back. Both of them come back with handfuls of hot dogs and some chips. And like, yeah, we had to fight them because it's a volunteer thing, right? You're supposed to have one badge, get something for you. And they're like, "It's for our director, we promise."
Yeah.
And they let them do it. And that might
Although-
have been the only meal I had that day was that hot dog, that cold hot dog.
Yeah.
Chip.
Although the volunteer village is great. Like
They are. They really
they are.
Yeah.
They do a lot of wonderful services. So
And
I
it's
can't-
fair. You don't ever want to have anybody just coming up grabbing handfuls of things and running around, but
yeah.
they helped us. They
You
took
gotta
care of
you gotta
us.
have it spaced out for everybody because some people are
Yeah.
on different times than others.
Yeah. All right. So that's Thursday, and it's going to be quite the day to kick off. And then we've got, so of course, just to remind everybody, around 9 p.m., costumes become more risque. That's the there's no written rule about it, but security pretty much uses 9 p.m. as after 9, we don't really say anything to you about what you're wearing. But content is 10 o'clock. Hard rule.
Mhm.
10 o'clock, hard and written, carved in stone. You do not do adult content before 10 o'clock. But just know, I love this question. I love it. It's like, well, when is the con start and end? Well, it starts at like 5 o'clock on Thursday and it ends about 2 o'clock on Monday. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, it literally is 24 hours.
It starts
There's-
well.
There's a bit
For
of
some
a
of us-
lull from like 4 a.m. to 9 a.m.
I was gonna say for some of us it starts at noon on Thursday.
True. For some
Well,
of us, it
there's some
starts
stuff
noon
on Wednesday now. Stuff in the app on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some events. I saw the joystick party is which is not joystick.
Well, that's at the joystick game bar, right? That's not
Yeah,
actually
was
it.
it joystick?
Yeah.
I don't
But
remember.
the memorial for the Marriott carpet,
Yeah.
Crafty and postcard, is on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Huh.
there's a few.
In the
little
app, I
things.
don't see Wednesday as even an option to look at.
I don't know how I found it. but-
It was under events. I saw it when I
right.
tapped on events. There's I just closed my app. And I
Oh,
lost
maybe
it.
it's because I have the filter, and so it's like,
yeah.
hey, it's not showing when. Okay, yeah. Now that I got rid of the filter,
So
I see
yeah, there's
Wednesday
a
populated.
few little things on Wednesday.
There's 4 things. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. what the
All
late
in the
show
evening.
is. Okay, so the late show must be the redo of Dragon Con After Dark. There used to be a show. Maybe I'm mistaken, but there was a show called Dragon Con After Dark that would literally be 8 o'clock in the morning to start the day because it was recapping everything that went on after 10.
Tinkerbell
Yeah, I
knows when she says the F word. It's
Yeah.
great.
I think that's the late show. The idea
I think
being
now it's the late show.
you're
Yeah.
still up at 8 a.m.
They'd
or
much
whatever.
rather do it at night than in the morning.
Earth Station Boo says, I'm so appreciative of people who support the volunteers on the track I work on. They are kind and buy lunch on a couple of the busy days. Oh, let me tell you, we're all appreciative of when that Magic Mountain Dew just shows up or,
Oh God.
you know,
Well,
a cup of coffee.
The year when we ran out of water
Oh, yeah.
and we put and you guys were talking about the Discord earlier and
Yep.
how Charles wasn't he's
I
not as
do
involved in it.
nothing
He's
wrong
not.
with
I'm not.
Discord.
No. I'm being fair. Like you're not as involved with it as some of us are, but
Sure.
it's an amazing resource because we put the call out like, hey y'all, we
Yep.
need some water. We're completely out. Anything you can do, help. All of a sudden, like 5 cases show up
Yeah.
within like an hour.
Hour and a half, we had to put out the call. Say, okay, please don't bring any more water. We're good. Thanks.
Yeah, it's like okay, we're good. We're good. Like
Wasn't there
Yeah.
something about the ice a couple years ago? We needed ice for something, and all these people were like going up to the Hilton, getting their ice bucket if they stayed there and
Yep.
bringing down ice for us.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
For our coolers.
So we joke about the early days, but once we got especially once we got the Discord going and really started building the community, like the
Yeah.
digital media community is one of the best.
I am hoping. I am really, really hoping that the Hilton's got the air conditioner situated. Because there's
It was
two bad
okay
things.
last year. It was 2 years ago when it was
It was
wretched.
okay. It's yes.
Well, 2 years ago it just died.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we had the back. No, that was 3 years ago, I think. But then we had the
back
restaurant
door's been
backed
open-
up.
Yeah. Oh, the smoke. That was a couple years
That
ago.
was that 2019? What I think that was 2019.
That
when
was
the-
2019. That was pre-pandemic. Yeah.
Where
You're
yeah,
such
the
a
whole
loud
downstairs
spot when you.
smelled like brisket.
Well, it smelled like burnt brisket. It
Yeah.
wasn't even like.
All right.
Well, that
It just
reminds me. I've been bringing a big cooler with ice to put for people to put drinks and stuff in. You want us to do that again?
You're welcome
Yeah.
to. for
Or
sure.
John is. So your Mountain Dew can be cold.
Yes.
All right. So Friday, we got a lot of panels going on Friday. What are you guys looking forward to?
Be awesome together.
That's
a good one.
I mean, I'm going to be selfish. I've got 3 panels on Friday, so I'm going to
all right.
pitch. I'm going to
Well-
promote those.
I'm trying to. I guess I should have done a search on it. There it is. Be Awesome Together. It's Friday at 8:30 p.m. where you can join Tyra Burton and Charles McFall for a live taping of Be Awesome Together. Where we're going to talk about from Pat. You've rock your niche from passion to personal brand, and we're going to have the guest Bar Fox on, who is very good about rocking his niche and knowing his personal brand. So he is amazing. What's yours, Scott? Give me one of them.
Well, right after that one is my the Power of Rock and Anime, which is
All
a
right.
live performance of anime songs, intros, and
So-
original soundtrack stuff.
When you mean live performance, are you like guitar heroing this thing, or is this
No.
real instruments? What are you doing?
This is I will be playing bass guitar. I have it live. I will have backing tracks because I don't have a full band, unfortunately. But I will be performing live.
Nice.
I will not be pantomiming. I will not be Milli Vanilli-ing it. I will be doing it live.
We should do the silent rave where everybody has the headphones. All you really hear is dum, 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 dum. That's it. That's all you get in the room. Everything else is producing.
I gotta say, I do feel bad for the hissing and kissing girls. They're in Galleria 7 at the
Yeah.
same time. So it's going to be loud.
Oh,
So-
I don't. I guarantee you, they're going to use your music as their background for whatever.
and
whatever line
as
they're
long as
crossing.
I'm happy. Like I met them last year. They were wonderful. They were sweet to work with. So
Yeah.
I obviously don't want to drown them out, but I also am going to be loud because this is a rock show.
What'd be hilarious if y'all had gotten together to compare notes of when you're doing songs and they put their content to match your songs. I can see that.
That,
So, all
yeah,
right.
that could have been interesting. Could have been interesting.
So, of course, that is Friday at 10 p.m. with
Mhm.
Scott and Galleria 6. Joe, give me one.
So I'm pretty excited for the Parenting in the Digital Age panel.
Oh, that's
It's
Friday,
coming.
too.
Yeah, it's coming back again. It'll be 4 p.m. and it'll be my first time in a bigger room. It'll be in the Grand West.
That's awesome.
Well, that's not
Yeah.
a bigger. That's a big room.
That is a
So-
big room.
But yeah, last year it was a ton of fun. This year it'll be great. And there's some characters on there. Several that I know, several that I'm gonna meet.
So that is Parenting in the Digital Age, brought to you by Phaedra Black, who is a professional this year, attending pro. Friday at 4 p.m. in Grand West with Phaedra, Josh the Dad from Uploads of Fun, Volunteer Joseph Ard, Bob Magoo, Philip D. Keating, and the one and only Matt Dinneman. is
Yeah.
on that panel. So
it'll be fun. I started reading his books a couple weeks back. So
It's a
yeah.
great lineup.
yeah.
So, Kaz and John and little Kaz John.
Little
Harder.
John.
Got bored, went back to work.
Excuse me. What? You guys were talking.
Excuse
I
me.
got other work to do.
She's drawing pictures.
And writing it.
So what were you going to ask, Charles?
What are y'all looking forward to on Friday?
The Be Awesome Together panel.
You got that. What about you, John?
I'm just looking forward to my wife getting through her second infusion thing until
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
be back.
That's right.
And,
So,
doing, and doing bus and doing chauffeur duty.
There you go. There's my. Hi. I'm looking forward to not having to wake up super early.
then you're Dragon Conning wrong.
No, no.
No. I work
No,
at
it's-
Starbucks. I get up at 3:45 in the morning. waking up at 6 a.m. to get to the con is quite frankly a luxurious experience.
I mean, it's not getting up early if you haven't gone to sleep. So
I clicked on the wrong one. I am trying to edit the 20th anniversary, but we have the. Oh, Joe fell off and joined. What are you doing? Oh wow! Wow!
the memes that have come out of that picture have been great.
That is what I get for allowing you any kind of access to anything. Yeah.
Okay, but be real though. That picture could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Just no.
That's amazing.
So hey, the digital media track is doing something special this year on Friday. Can anybody guess what it is?
Actually getting some sleep? I don't know what.
It's the 20th anniversary of the podcasting / digital media track. And we're actually going to have the two originators of the track on with us for that panel.
Wow.
Along with others. I'm trying to get one of them added in. I'm messing something up here.
So who actually started the track then?
It came off the Skeptic track. So Derek Colombo is his name. Colin Duno. And I always call him Derek. I don't use his last name. But Derek and then Swoopy were the two. They were doing, I believe their podcast was called Skepticality. And it was one of the original podcasts in Atlanta. And they got covered by the newspaper and whatnot. And it was picking up enough traction that they ended up spinning off the track from the Skeptic track is where we came from. So they will be on, plus others. I'm just trying to get Derek on here officially so it'll show up in the app. There he goes.
You're just like, do, because you still have access because you've got a new hat this year.
The was it sounds like a scam,
Multi-level
right? Multi-level
track.
marketing.
Yeah, you're a pyramid scheme incarnate in at DragonCon.
Do that what?
You don't. It's your cosplay. You cosplay as a multi-level marketer.
But yeah, I mean it's going to be jam packed. It is 20 years. This is the 20th anniversary of the track, and Bobby Blackwolf's going to be on it. Of course, I'll be there. Brian Brushwood is going to return. We haven't had him on our track in a few years now. Chuck Tomasi, Scott Sigler, Craig Stepp, Swoopy, and Derek Colanduno will be on. And Swoopy actually hadn't been with the con for a few years. She had life. Life happens, right? You're in for a while, and then she went to get a master's and maybe even a doctorate. I can't remember. And she's actually was the one who suggested last year we do this panel, and she'll be coming in just for it. So it'll be really awesome. What could be a promotion for the spicier side? I'm scared of Tyra.
Your image.
Your meme image.
Gotcha. Earth Station says, I'm looking forward to the Sinners panel and the Sweeney Todd panel, both being moderated by Earth Station Boo hosts.
Sweet
Nice.
top panel. I'm gonna look that one up.
Yes. So I'm excited about that. I'm trying to see if we have anything else that is quite
Three meat pies.
new or different on Friday. Lots every year. Lots of cool new ideas. Lots of cool new people.
I'll go ahead and promote. We're bringing back the VTuber panel for anyone
Yes.
interested in VTubers. PB put that in. I'll be moderating it. But that's PB's panel. He did a great job 2 years ago. Wasn't able to do it last year, but we'll be doing it this year. So
It kind of,
Nice.
and I mean this in the way of that it just hasn't got big enough for those who are professional at it to start being recognized as professionals.
oh
It's
no,
one of the few panels that we don't have a professional on.
well, no, it's not that it's not big enough because it's huge, just in very different spaces than what Dragon Con
Sure.
comes from. It's not huge in the Dragon Con sphere, but there's other cons that are primarily for VTubers, and it's hard to get VTubers to show up live to an event because you know
the
they
whole
keep
point.
their anonymity.
Right.
But we have some people who don't mind doing that, and bringing that to Dragon Con is kind of a cool thing.
It is a very cool thing. So yeah, like you said, PB Undesirables, Scott Moore, Adil
Adiel Ashmedai. Adiel
Thank you.
Ashmedai.
That's a name. And Mom VT, which is
Mom
a lot
VT.
easier to say.
Yep.
All are on it. So that's 5:30 at Galleria 7, and that's gonna be cool.
Hey, Travis. TV's Travis, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? Let's I believe he's got one on Friday. Travis, what are you looking forward to on Friday? That's as far as we've gotten so far.
He's got he's got those were the days live.
Mhm.
He's also on Burnout, Boundaries, and Books, managing
Mhm.
online identity as an author. Nope, that's a Twitch.tv thing. That's what I get for just looking up TV. I should look up Travis. That's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not the schedule I'm looking at doesn't have him on that one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's got those were the days with Dragon Con dad Steven Adams.
Yep. That's America's dad, man. We can't disclaim him. Steven.
Yeah.
And then the glorious Audie Norman.
And they watch. They'll be. I don't know. What are you guys gonna be talking about, or can't you reveal, Travis? But
So
they talk about
put it in there.
you know old school TV shows and sitcoms and things like that. So
Here's the description. Those were the days. Explores the joys of classic TV through a modern lens. Join us for a special live show crafted just for Amazing Dragon Con audience. There will be jokes, laughter, great questions, and probably some Star Trek. Be sure to bring your own nostalgia as we wander down memory lane. I know last year they basically invented their own game that they did that had a wheel to spin, and it'd come up on something and they'd discuss.
okay, yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, you said we have some games around classic TV shows. Okay, cool.
Gotcha. So very cool. Very cool there. All right, we're going to move on to Saturday. I'm just kind of scanning, making sure. We do need to mention Blurred and Out is going to be a massively big, awesome show in the Crystal Ballroom, which is basically, I want to get it out there now because the biggest complaint we got was the dumbest complaint we got for this panel. It was like, me and 4 other white people in this crowd just didn't know what it was about. It's in the description. It's an improv comedy show based on Wild and Out and a mixture of that and Whose Line Is It Anyway? And it's 10 p.m., which means what, everybody? It's an adult. show.
It is adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year they did that for the first year and completely packed out the joint, and it was a party.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
we
It
had
was
to
a
turn
party.
away. We probably could have filled the room a second time with how many people we turned away last year.
Yeah.
Good.
So like the fact that got moved up to the Crystal Ballroom is perfect because those guys put on just a great. It's a great party. It's like the show says. It's wild and out. Like
Yeah. Well, and that's with us breaking some fire codes in there. I guarantee it. Because there were
nobody
would
broke
never
anything,
do that
Joe. No,
intentionally.
nothing happened, Joe. What are you talking about?
everyone had a seat.
Everyone had a seat. Everything was fine.
Some people got up and left. Other people came in. It's
Yep.
fine.
Everyone had his chair.
There weren't any fires.
We gotta get you some medication for your artism, man. You just say whatever pops in
My
your mind.
artism.
Yeah,
Artism.
we gotta keep you off the air or something. I don't know, but yeah, no. See, that's the thing. I know I pushed this for years, and I realized now on the back end of things, it doesn't matter. But the whole put in the app. Hey, we need a bigger room. Well, let me tell you, I'd say 90% of the reviews last year had at least 3 people saying, give them a bigger room. We can't get a bigger room for everybody. But I can't remember if Scott or Cause came up with the idea last year, hey, let's get people counters and actually count the people and document it.
That was a cause thing. That was cause.
Was that Cause?
I'm pretty sure that was
ball
Cause.
game Cause. You know, because it very much, between like Joe and Scott, and I think other people, but you two were definitely the most vocal. Like, oh man, it packed out the room. It was a party. We turned people away. Trusted information. And then the people counters very much helped out. And that is what gets them bumped up. But there's still a limit. We already, so now with my new position, I go to the programming meetings, and it's basically a joke. Even Tech Ops is trying to help me campaign for it. It's like, why didn't Digital Media just own the Crystal Ballroom? And
Well, I thought it was you specifically. Now that you're a multi-level track director, that way any of the tracks under you would have it, right?
well, so it's really for. No, it was for Digital Media because we had so many. Because at the first big program meeting, I already had Joe and I had this schedule done. I mean, it had rough edges, but we had it pretty much done and set because I didn't know what I was going into with all this other stuff with Dragon Con, so I didn't want to delay anything. So we had already put in the work, got the schedule done, it's in the database. So they pull up the database. There's already like I don't know how many honestly, but like 15 requests for big rooms from the Digital Media track. Most of it's Crystal. And I made a point. I got to really make a point in this meeting. It's like, hey, I don't just grab rooms. I asked for the Crystal specifically because to me, it is the next step up. Not just literally, of course, in the floors, but it's about double the size of 6, Galleria 6.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense. Okay, you've packed out 6. Let's move you up to Crystal. Now, once you pack out Crystal, we'll move you to some
And the thing is,
bigger room.
you know, and the thing is, a lot of these, like, it's not that just that they fill up 6, like Joe said. Like, we're turning people away.
Yeah.
You know, we're turning and not just like 1 or 2. Like, we're turning like 25, 30 people away.
Well, and at least that one in particular, we had a lot of people who were willing to sit there and wait, hoping someone would leave and they could take their spot. Because we told people, we're like, look, if you leave the room, I don't care if it's for bathroom or whatever, we're going to
give up your seat.
Away.
Yeah,
you can
and we have to do that to be fair to everyone, because there's and they have to do that in main track. If you look at any of the other rooms, there's always lines. You know, if someone leaves, okay, you can get in, but we got to follow we have to follow the fire code.
Oh, and since we already mentioned it earlier, Little Crew kicks off the botched weekend because it's a number of botched, or TOC was botched, but it's very botched adjacent with how they do their content.
It is,
and that is Friday at 11:30.
Yeah,
that's our Friday night charity event.
That's our 3. That's our 3 show lineup. We have Be Awesome Together, The Power of Rock and Anime, and then Little Crew.
There you go. Just bam, bam, and blast it out.
That's your concert for the evening.
All right, and then Saturday. Now I want to say something that I learned at a different con. I came into this as a director thinking, man, there's bad rooms, there's bad times. Like anytime Friday before 5 p.m. It's just a bad time slot because people are at work. When we first got Galleria 7 and we couldn't really stream in it, I was like, well, that's a bad room. I've eliminated that mindset because a smaller con, a different con, a fun con taught me there's no such thing as a bad time slot. You show up, you bring your energy, you'll have fun. And this is true. I will say 10 o'clock on a Saturday is tough. Somebody's got to do a show there. So I want to say thank you to Voice Acting in the Digital Age with Sean Weiland, Dana Morgan, Cricket, MC Chris, and Melissa Flores for doing the Galleria 7 opener on Saturday morning, and Web Comics in This Economy with KCD, Vic Hill, Bill Holbrook, Comfort Love, and Adam Withers doing the 10 a.m. slot in Gallery 6 on Saturday.
And Saturday, you're fighting the parade.
Yeah, but everybody's fighting the parade.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why that kind of early time slot is rough, because usually everybody's out either in or watching the parade.
And it might be a minority, but there's other people who don't care about the parade, but get there early on Saturday simply to avoid the parade. Yeah. So you might be pulling in a couple of extra people from that as well.
Right. I'll tell you, I've definitely seen full rooms at the 10 and the 11:30 time slots on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
You know, on our track. So,
absolutely.
And here's the point I make to anybody who's like, oh my God, somebody else is doing this panel somewhere else, or oh my God, it's a time slot. Or I've actually had people like, could we not be against the parade? I'm like, 74,000 people.
Yeah.
74. The singular, I believe, the singular largest room in Dragon Con, I think it's in the West, and it holds like 3,200 people. So that's a minimal fraction of the attendees who are here. Yes, the parade does pull a lot of people, but I will go ahead and tell you honestly, 50% of that crowd for the parade is the Atlanta public because it's free and it's amazing. And
Yeah.
they come out to it. It's the thing that as DragonCon we give back to the city every year and intentionally and say, hey, you know, even if you couldn't come, here's some funness that you can have. So do your best at all as you could. Valencia says, I try to avoid the parade and get to the area early because my hotel is not downtown.
Yeah. And you have to. Like, I mean, I've almost gotten stuck there. I know one year early on, Charles got stuck and I had to fill in for him.
Yeah, and then there was
Yeah.
that year that you and I were in an Uber together, and we got stuck in deadlock traffic. We're like, just let us out here because we were only like
Yeah,
a
we
block
just had
away.
we had the whole thing.
We're like, thanks, bye.
Yeah, we just had to roof it.
Yeah. Yeah, things definitely happen. Man, nothing's going to touch a year where we all stayed at my house and then had to MARTA in every day.
Oh,
That was rough.
2017, that was
Oof.
rough because it
They,
was
like-
depending on if we got there when Marta was showing up. It was anywhere from an hour to 2 hours because if we got there right as it was leaving,
yeah.
oh man.
It was a mess. All right, Friday, Joe. What do you got on Friday? What are you looking forward to?
We talked about
Saturday or
Friday. We're on Saturday.
Saturday. We're
I
on
mean,
Saturday.
Wise and Nerdy is on Saturday, so that's going to be a
Hey.
ton of fun.
I wish somebody told me.
Okay, I'll do the show without you, whatever.
Saturday.
I'll
It's
Yeah,
not like
we
you haven't done it before, Joe.
I'll bring in Bob Magoo and Devo Site. They'll join me, right?
Crickets. I just heard crickets.
Oh, you want
All right.
cricket to come on? Okay.
Wise and Nerdy, where fatherhood meets fandom, we'll have myself, Joe Ard, and we will have Josh the Dad from Uploads of Fun as our guest there. And this will be his first time coming on that show. And it's going to be so much. If y'all haven't checked out Uploads of Fun, that's one of our guests for this year for the digital media track. And they just do some great family skits and family fun. Just got signed with an agency that says they have about 10 million followers across platforms. I think obviously there's gonna be some overlap. I understand spin. I kind of hate when people spin things, but at the same time, they legit have like 2 million followers on TikTok. So, Earth Station Boo says, I stopped fighting the parade and have joined it with the theater group. There you go.
If you can't beat 'em, join 'em.
I will join the parade when I'm the guest of honor. That's what I told Regina, and she just laughed at me. So there's that one. Kaz, what are you looking forward to?
Didn't you almost shoutcast the parade one year?
Kind of. What are you looking forward to on Saturday, Kaz?
Who's the Grand Master of the parade this year?
Oh,
They have an answer.
it ain't me.
No,
That's all I care about.
Not allowed to tell.
Not Charles.
Yeah, it's not
What
me.
the-
Once I got passed over for it, I was like,
Saturday, there's a lot. We're working a lot.
Yeah.
But
Basically,
I'd
we're
like
all
to
there.
actually make it to the imposters panel this time.
oh,
The imposter
Yeah.
getting over
good
yourself
one.
panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They impostered so hard they're in the ballroom now.
Yeah, the imposter. Yeah.
That is Stephen Adams brings that every
Mhm.
year in conjunction with Phil Keating.
Yep.
And it's Casey Morris and Hope Duggan, Wade Acuff are all going to be on that. And it is very much a great panel about, man, everybody who leads the panel has imposter syndrome, meaning they don't believe they belong there, and yet they are leading a discussion and helping people in the audience who have this syndrome. And people will talk about not just creating in digital media or creating in general. They'll bring up personal stuff in life and work and get some great advice from it. It's an amazing panel.
Well, and that's something that's universal to, I think, to almost all creatives. You know, you start something and you're like, oh, I'll never get good and I'm terrible or whatever, and then you produce a painting and everyone's like, that's amazing. What are you talking about? And it's like, no, it sucks. You know,
Yeah.
because we're our harshest critics.
What about you, Scott? What's your what you're looking forward to?
I got two. Obviously, I'm going to promote my panel, How to Produce a Podcast, aka Learn from Our Mistakes. That's with myself, Alex Platt, and Cricket.
Yes.
We'll be giving we have a lot of years combined in running podcasts. I I as an audio editor and producer, Alex as talent and manager, and Cricket as a voice actor. So we're going to be bringing a lot of tips on how to actually get a podcast done and how to organize it, how to work with other people, basically how to manage it.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna have a lot of we've got a lot of great information that we're looking forward to sharing on that. And then my personal favorite is making its return. We talked about it earlier, but the Blood Feud, totally reloaded. I said even when I left volunteering last year that they'll take that panel from my cold dead hands.
I heard Charles's team was going to lose.
It is team Phil versus team Chunky, I believe it is.
Yeah.
It is such a fun like Joe and I always have fun running it. It's great. It's Family Feud style mixed with D&D and a lot of shenanigans.
And wildly inappropriate.
And absolutely 100% 18 and above. So
Yes.
You might get a contact buzz from the amount of alcohol that's going to be there. Yeah, but it's a great time. I'm glad it's coming back. I missed it last year, and it's going to be a blast.
I'm just
So
happy they're
many
going back to
people.
2 teams, because 3 teams was
It was a little much.
it
I'm
was
gonna
it was not good.
professionally clear here with 2 professionals in the room. The job of the board operators is to facilitate the show, not to be the show. Joe_R. So just because you think it's funny to take me down, Dennis Robinson is the judge this year. So he
Yep,
gets to overrule you
So
guys.
we
They
need to
brought-
take him down. Got it.
They brought their own independent judge this year because
independent.
I don't know.
bias.
I don't know why. Like I thought me and Joe were very fair, but
I
Whatever.
don't know because I've never been invited to be on a team, so I'll judge your fairness this year. Philip, of course, it's all the botch people. TV's Travis will be there. Stoner Gump is going to be there. Jenna Garrett, Scott Sigler, Steven Adams. I don't see how he's going to survive this one, though, guys. I mean, Steven is a great guy, but he's going to be surrounded by a bunch of drunk degenerates. So
he's going to be the one reasonable person in the room.
Yeah. So I am.
That-
I'm
yeah,
all
that panel's-
Team Chunky.
Yeah, Team Chunky versus Team Nomad.
And apparently, there's going to be some cosplay involved with this.
I've heard some things. I'm not at liberty to say, but I've heard some things.
Yes.
So
All right.
that's going to be a lot of fun. That's always a great time.
Yeah, it's a blast. And then Scott Sigler is going to roll right down the escalator to do one for the Junkies, which is also a blast. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of his work, he's an author. If you don't know who he is, go check out his books right now. It's on audio. But the reason he's on Digital Media Track, and this is his home, even though the author track keeps trying to grab him, we're like, no. He knows where he belongs. It's because as an author and writer, before you could even self-publish, he was reading his own books and putting them out a chapter at a time as a podcast to get people interested. And that's how I found him. And it was
So he was kind
well-written.
of originally doing the audiobook thing.
Yeah. And Audible was there, but not for independence.
Right.
Yeah, Audible, yeah. So yeah, absolutely. And it was honestly, I'm not a horror kind of guy, so I never would have picked up his books. But listening to it, it was great. Joe, see, this is why we have to give you meds, sir. All right, Earth Station Boo says, I'm excited for the 2 panels I'll be doing. Best of Blumhouse at 1 p.m. in the West End and Ghost U.S. version fan panel 4 p.m. West End. Okay, Ghost is great, but the British version is the British version. It is the best. And it's the original. Let's see. I had one I was looking forward to. Where is it?
For Saturday, or are
Wait.
you jumping into Sunday?
No, it's still Saturday. Wait, you haven't seen. I am very much looking forward to.
Mhm.
I do know what movie they're going to do, but I'm going to keep it close to the vest. Make you guys go look it up.
It's in the app.
It's in the app.
You
Go
can
look it up.
see.
But it's
Yeah.
going to be TV Travis along with Jackson and Calvin from Uploads of Fun, the two kids. And this will be, if I'm not mistaken, the first kid-friendly co-op that What You Haven't Seen is done. I mean, I'm sure some of the movies are kid-friendly, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the first kids that he's had on the show. So it's going to be,
As far as live, I
blast.
think so.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that he's bringing that.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff here.
I also got a, and then right after that, or no,
Yeah,
at the same time, we have the return of the digital media Shark Tank.
Yep.
Another another Steven Adams banger.
We'll be joined by Stoner Gump, Chandra Free, Bob Magoo, and Paul Barrett at 4 p.m. Gallery 6.
So if you have a podcast you want to pitch or get some insight on, that's the panel for you.
This is the one. This is one I want to try to make and just be in the room. But I'm gonna have to go back and forth because I definitely love the imposter syndrome panel. But at 8:30, if you don't feel like an imposter, but you feel like watching some anime or talking about anime, is your favorite anime character going to jail? And moderated by the Supreme Attorney, panelist, it's something Thomas. There's no way I'm not going to murder that name.
Alexander.
Yeah, sure.
That's look at it. It's Alexander. It's spelt weird, but it's Alexander.
I can see it.
I can see it. I can see it. Jonathan Lee Steele, Stoner Gump, Eunice Ibama, and none other than volunteer Joseph Ard.
Yep.
We'll be on that one. And now here's what I've heard is that this thing is going to be on par with Blurred Out as far as the party goes. People get, in a fun way, that's never been done at Dragon Con, but I've talked to some people who have seen it at other cons. In a fun way, the arguments really get heated, and the room the energy goes to 9,000.
Anime fans are very passionate about their characters, so I can definitely see that happening.
And
Yeah.
tend to have very strong opinions, vocal opinions.
All right.
And then just to give Tyra her flowers. Her panel is at the same time. Engage, don't just count. Building real connections on social media. Featuring Clint Hall, Tyra Burton, John G. Hartness, Judy Black, Vanessa Quinta, and Darian Kennedy. So if you want some social media tips, that's going to be the panel for you.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. If you're going, man, I don't recognize a lot of these names, because you're not supposed to. I try to grab a bunch of different attending pros and or guests to be a part of things. So like I'm looking at one right now for Sunday that has Darren on it again, Jeffrey Nix, Bob Magoo, Clint Hall, and Ming Chen, which is be a podcast guest pro, how to get booked and invited back. And Ming Chen's from Comic Book Men, and he's got his own podcast. Clint Hall has been doing his podcast for a while. Bob Magoo, we all know, but Darren and Jeffrey, I know, but I'm not sure how well known he is in the digital media track realm. But Darren Kennedy is a new name for all of us, and it's going to be fun. So moving to Sunday, I'll go ahead and tell you, Joe, what do you think on Sunday is going to be my go-to panel?
Fandom Face-Off, 100%.
The fandom, which I've changed that name 3 times now, and it keeps defaulting back. It's not Welcome to Fandom Face-Off. It's Fandom Face-Off, the ultimate game show of bad choices, where I've gotten thrown a new layer of chaos this year by having some keyboard warriors come in. So the idea is you get a question, and you really only get bad choices to pick from. And one of my favorites always is, what's the worst anime ever? And the answers are globally the top-ranked animes in the world, both in watch numbers and fandom. So, and then everybody's like, oh my God, you have to pick one because you want to win. It's a game show. You're playing along with your phones. You get points that don't matter, but you still win. And you'll get a nice little commemorative pin this year for winning. But I have two
Oh.
keyboard warriors coming in, Alex Platt and Philip Keating.
Oh, that's great.
Right. So the chaos is it's gonna be, it's just gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be crazy. And the tagline is no winners, just laughs.
No, I got tired.
Let the chaos be good.
Except the person that does win and gets a pin.
Yeah, but you gotta sacrifice everything you love to get that pin. But yes, there will be an actual pin to walk away with this year. So Scott, what's yours? What's your Sunday go to?
Again, I'll just pitch the panel I'm on. Getting it right, avoiding technical difficulties in content creation. Steve Rickenberg's coming back. Myself, Rachel Jacobs, and Paul Saburin. We'll be going over things to look out for on the tech side, how to troubleshoot, what to look for
So I've
as
got
far as equipment.
Steve, you, Rachel Jacobs, and Amanda Freeberg.
Okay, I didn't see Amanda on there. I'm looking at an older schedule. So.
Paul somebody.
So yeah, we'll be going over how to tech and how to avoid tech problems or troubleshoot when tech problems have, because I have a lot of experience with that.
I'll bet.
You've been in there during setup.
I know. What was one of the shirts we were going to do when your tech happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the tech gremlins show up.
What about you, Kaz and John?
Awesome Women in Digital Media is on
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, good one.
8:30 on Sunday, so that's always a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
Tyra's
that's-
heading that one up.
when you start talking about larger rooms and the things that surprise you, we had just built the momentum on that panel for years, and then we ended up having some pretty big name guests on it a couple years ago, and so
Mhm.
we put it into like Salon East, one of the 1,500 people rooms. 30 people showed up. You know, so that's where I caution people, like, oh, you want a bigger room? Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. We don't know why only 30 came that particular day, but 30 and Galleria 6 feels like a full room, even though it's
Mhm.
definitely not. It feels like a full room versus, oh, you know, space for 1,500 people. So sometimes you'd rather turn away some people than get it. But yeah, it's gonna be lots of new names on that one. I don't think Swan has ever done it. Ash at
No.
High know is new this year. Jen Little Bit Schlusner is new, and Comfort Love is new this year, and actually Shane Include. So the only one returning is Tyra Burton, who's moderating it. So
Yeah.
good pick. Kaz.
Awesome.
I mean, that's definitely one of our every year panels that we always have.
Yeah. Yeah. What about John? Is John got something he's looking forward to on Sunday?
I'm just working.
I
I do
That's fair.
I do the volunteer thing. Not real. It is my first time in all this, so I really don't know what I'm getting myself into for a lot of these. So
You'll find
Okay.
out.
Not as bad as Tech Ops, I promise you that.
He'd be able to see that Psychcast if he was at his old job.
right,
No, that's fair.
all these. I mean, now what's kind of funny though, it's like, you know, Centennial One. Well, still not a hell of a lot going on with Centennial One this year either. So
Yeah.
I got kind of, you know, one reason I wasn't too upset about going was I got put in charge as room lead on a very somewhat boring room.
Hmm.
Basically, it's just a matter of like cleaning up after the drum circle every day, and that's about it.
Fun times. Joe, we asked you yours.
No, but I'm looking forward to Fandom Face Off because it's always a fun time.
I agree. I like having fun with that. And of
I got
course,
As long as I don't die to Lyme disease again.
I gotta since Alex is on that, I've gotta push one of her panels because
do it.
the Punjin redo is coming back.
Yeah, Quest. What are they call? I'm looking it up right now.
Quest-
Let's give her Questmaster Punjin. That's the
Redo.
panel that
Yep.
Alex and Jenna always head up. and that's always a load of fun because they do a lot of really funny live action challenges for their players. Just always a great time. Jenna Garrett, Alex Platt, Stephanie Krugnola, Kruggles. I can't say their damn name.
Krugnuts.
Stephanie and Mike Krugnuts, Tim Lowe, Chunky Kong, and Austin. I don't know. I can't spell.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to say his last name. But that's going to be a lot of fun. They always put on a great show. Go, and then also in Galleria 7, if you want to meet other streamers in your area or other content creators in the Atlanta area, Phaedra Black's hosting a meetup for Atlanta local content creators. I believe that's with Stream ATL.
Yeah, Stream Atlanta. Yeah, she is a Twitch ambassador and the local. She's in all that stuff here locally. So, actually, Joe and I went to the meetup at Atlanta Comic Con, and it's very interesting. We met some people, and now Sunday night. It's the Lord's night, so we want to help you see Jesus. So we got 2 sets.
One way or another. One way or another.
Yeah,
You're saying give you a reason to see Jesus?
Yeah, basically. So we have the Sean Weiland Get Wasted block of time slots from Sunday at 10 p.m. He's got Bard Talk, Shakespeare Shenanigans with Sean, Dell, Kitiosaurus, Nat Cassidy, Diana Lee, and Santo. Brian Brushwood and Crispy are all come in and do some crazy shenanigans with Shakespeare, and there's probably going to be alcohol involved. And then he rolls right into Wasted Knowledge, where they're going to be talking about sake. And I just know it's Sean and Phaedra.
At least they're both in the same room, so he doesn't have to worry about stumbling over.
Exactly.
That's smart. That's good planning. That's good planning. Good job. I'll give you props on that one.
That was like let's keep the danger to a minimum.
Yep.
But you know what?
Let's just keep the zone like in the Galleria 6.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't really like Shakespeare, but I like alcohol. Well, you can also instead go up to the Crystal Ballroom and hit Botch, the D&D podcast, which is they do some D&D, they do SCP, and this year, the 10th year, they're starting year 10. I believe they're going to be mixing it all together for this season and bringing back some of the favorite characters of the past. So I know where Scott and Joe and I are going to be. We'll all be in the Botch room, not because we don't love the other people, but because that's our party on Sunday nights.
It is.
Yep.
And then I try to take it easy on everybody on Monday because everybody's got to check out and everything. So you want to roll in by 11:30 Monday morning. We got the Nerdy Irish Pub Songs going on with Mark Gunn. And that's a staple. As far as I know, they've done it every year since year 1 that he plays out the last day.
It's great. It's always a fun time. It's great because it's not, it's Irish pub songs, so it's fun, but it's also not crazy. It's a kind of good way to nurse a hangover.
Yeah. And then right after that, we just sit and we do the wrap up, right? Which I just to irritate certain people in this world, I labeled like and subscribe, the wrap up and feedback section. And really,
who doesn't like that one? Because
Phil hated that. He's like, "Oh my god!"
He?
So I made sure to make. I joked about it one day.
I see. I like that better than digital confluence. So
it's a real thing. Smart people use that word. So, but all right. So that's our. And then,
No.
Joe and I both were just like, we're not gonna make Joe and I were just like, we're gonna let that one go. And Kaz said, nope, I'm gonna knock that out the park.
It's sitting there like a high curve.
Oh no, you saw Joe and I just go. I can say it.
It must be fun being plebes every once in a while. I'm just saying. So, but that's our week.
I am excited to be a plebe this year. I don't have to work except for botched, but that's barely work.
And you'd be there anyway, so might as well.
Oh, I'd be there. Absolutely, I'd be there anyway.
As long as they're not throwing rubber ducks at people and stuff, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that
Or seagulls. It was seagulls.
It was seagulls.
You never
filled with
know. You never
water
know
or
with
something,
botched.
yeah.
You never know.
Well, no,
Yeah.
there's a rule because of them that says no throwing things from the stage,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah,
a general.
just them, Charles, not you beaming a kid in the chest or anything like that.
Hey, I didn't get reported. They did. That's what matters.
Yeah, there's a
But-
reason the throwing mic has not been brought back.
Yeah, well, the throwing mic, it is difficult in that room. I mean, technically, I bring it every year, but we go to set it up, and they're like,
The ceiling's too low.
It is
Like if you
ve-
try to
is-
lob it,
yeah.
it just bounce off it. So you either have to like shuffle
chest
past it,
pass.
or you
Yeah.
have to like, or you have to just kind of wing it. And
And
most people aren't ready to
every-
catch something.
At the beginning of every panel for the last time we did it, I did the breakdowns. Okay, you take it. You just here. We'll show you. Joe, stand up, and you just shuffle pass, just chest pass it, and we do it back and forth. And then surely 2 people in, somebody goes to chuck it, hits the roof, and comes. I mean, it's soft, it's fun, but yeah, it's annoying. But
That's
yeah.
why the AC's broken. I got it.
Hey, I will
broke it.
say, I will take no AC over the floods that have happened in other places.
Ooh.
There have
Mm.
definitely
Well,
been
even
some
in the
rooms.
Hilton, but granted, it's been the upper floors, but
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will. Yeah. But other than that, man, it's gonna be a very fast and fun weekend. Blink and you miss it right now. Some people are stressing, and to those that are out there stressing, I say you got 3 days. 3 days and you'll be here. So wrap up the
That's the-
stress.
The 3 days before is the hardest thing.
Right.
Like at least for me, and I think we're all in the, like just the anticipation. Like
my mind
just-
is gonna wander a lot at work.
Oh yeah, it's just like I gotta let me get to Dragon Con.
Yeah. Yeah. those
That's
are
why
always tough.
Devo's smart. He's just taking the whole week and going camping ahead of time. So,
The calm before the storm.
yep.
I took
I
all the Monday off. Monday's the only day I'm working.
Oh no,
Oh,
I
you-
take Wednesday and Thursday off post con just to recover.
Oh, is it only 2 days now? Because he used to take the whole week and
Yeah.
decompress.
Yeah.
But you're also not working it this week, so
That's why I'm not taking the full week because I'm not actually working and I'll actually like have time to chill in between panels and stuff. I get to have the full, although I'll probably be more drunk, so it's going to balance that out.
oh man.
That's the fun part to see in the evening times who's carrying handfuls of cups, and then see how late they show up the next day to when oh, you finally got here, cool. But hey, everybody Dragon Con's the way they Dragon Con. There's always parties. There's always something to do, and if I'm not working on a panel, I'm going back to my hotel room and going to sleep. But,
Yeah,
all
a
right.
nap, a room, a nap every so often is needed at Dragon Con.
Yep.
We could always set up a cot in that storage room.
I've slept
Nope.
in worse places.
I'll go back to my hotel room. I'm good.
I've slept in far worse places, Joe.
We
All
heard
right.
you, Scott. We heard you.
We're gonna get out of here, but it's gonna be something to look forward to. So I hope everybody had some fun hanging out with us today. Earth Station Boost says I'll sleep when I'm dead. So there's that.
Or when you get old.
I was gonna say, or when your body tells you, when your brain says
Yeah.
no, and shuts down.
So it's our track is not what it used to be. There definitely used to be some lulls in it, some easy step backs, and we only had 5 or 7 volunteers because we only had one room, and so only really need 2 people. Now, yeah, we are running. Was it 9? I think is what we have, and we keep it busy. It's a lot, so it's gonna be fun.
It'd be nice looking at it from the other side.
Well, anytime, Scott, you want to show up with a coffee, a Mountain Dew, or a bourbon, I'll have my hand ready for you, sir.
Look, I'm a text away. You guys know I've always got you.
Yeah.
I've always got you.
I've taken some people up on that in the past.
If you need me to make a food run for you, please don't hesitate to reach out.
So
I still support you guys. You guys are the ones that make Dragon Con happen for everybody. And volunteers need to be supported at all times. I will say that to my dying breath, because they're the ones that put in the work. They're the ones that make Dragon Con.
Good. I want to see that moment in
Give me
100
the
years.
Clint.
Well, no, I have told it. I've told all my friends. I'm like, if you see me walking towards the tech table, you need to tackle me.
Yeah, no, we're gonna definitely handcuff you to some other chairs or something.
Well, I did it at Southern Fried. You remember?
Yeah, yes, you did. No. Your seat's over here, sir. Seat's over here.
It's like, no,
So, all right.
it has bad audio. I got to fix it. I don't have to worry
we
that
can share
I
some
trained you
stories.
guys. I'm not worried about you guys.
Yeah. God, there's been so many times that I've sat in a place and not that far from the board. I just want to kind of slide over, going, just move,
Yeah.
move. You're talking too much. So I need you to leave the room. So shut up so we can enjoy it. I got this. There, it's better. Yeah, I get you, man. It's tough sometimes. All right, we're gonna get out of here. It's been a great hype day. And we still got some more planning and stuff there. I've got my Dragon Con boxes here in front of me and over there. And some over
And
there.
up above you, about
So-
to fall on your head.
No, I took them down. they're sitting in the floor now. They've been sorted and organized, and new stuff's been put in. We got the new banners for everybody to sign this year as they do panels. And once
Some
Wednesday
last
morning
minute
comes,
purchases the other
it's gonna
day.
blur. Yep. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us today. I hope I got you hyped. And thank you for sharing what you're going to be passionate about, excited about. And we'll see everybody in just a few days.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Can't wait.